As a newer drummer, how do you know if you're ready to play live? That's what we're talking about today. I get it, as a new drummer, you don't really know when exactly you're ready to play your first gig. There's so many unknowns. You don't know what the experience is like, if you're gonna be nervous, who's gonna be there, what everything is gonna feel like, and all of this stuff. There's just so many unknowns. So I just wanted to give you a few things that you can keep in your mind to know if you're ready for your first gig. Before we dive in, I want to share with you a free cheat sheet that we have on our website at foundationdrum.com/chart. And what this is a super quick and efficient way to learn songs from start to finish, and it'll just make it so that you can learn songs within minutes. And it's been a complete game changer for me, so I want to share that with you. Be sure to take advantage of that and go download it. And there's a free video that comes along with how to use it. Okay, so the main thing you want to think about here is, what is the job of the drummer? And ultimately, a drummer is there to keep the beat, keep it steady, keep it solid, and keep it grooving. To some degree, you're gonna be figuring those out on your first gig, and it's gonna be new for you. So you don't have to be like some experienced pro, obviously, but if you can keep in mind that those are your goals, that's your job, then you're gonna be in pretty good shape. First off, you wanna be sure that your timekeeping skills are pretty consistent, meaning that you can play a song and your timing's not fluctuating too much. I mean, no drummer is gonna play their first gig perfectly and keep everything rock solid. There's a lot of that you're going to be learning on the job and over time. But you just wanna make sure that you're keeping it pretty solid and pretty steady so that the band's not rushing like crazy or dragging like crazy or anything like that. So next is, you wanna know the music thoroughly. So depending on your situation, maybe you're playing with your school band, or maybe you're playing with some friends in a garage band, or maybe you're playing at your church or something like that. Whatever the case, you just want to make sure that you know those songs as good as you can. Whether that means reviewing your notation or voice memos and recording so that you can review and practice on your own. Whatever it calls for is what you want to do to prepare so that you basically have everything memorized from start to finish. And next is, you want to make sure that you can play all of the drum parts throughout the whole set without any mistakes. Essentially, you just don't want to have parts that you're still figuring out and that you struggle to play, or else you're going to be struggling when you're playing live, and that's not good. So that means as you're working with the band, you're keeping track of your weak spots, the spots that you know need to be polished and refined and worked out, whether it's a complicated drum part or it's fast and it's a struggle for you to keep up, or whatever it might be. Just make sure you keep that mentally in your mind, or you have it on your phone written down, so that in the practice room you can work those things out so everything can be played just fine and comfortably. So essentially, you want to weed out all of the unknowns. You want to make sure that you know the music, you want to make sure that you know your drum parts really well, and you want to know that you can keep the beat really solid. So I hope that's helpful for you as a new drummer approaching your first gig. It's very exciting, and I would just encourage you to prepare, and in the moment, just enjoy it. Don't purely focus on how intense and how nervous you are and all the stuff that's more on the negative side. Just try to be in the moment, present, and enjoying it, and like getting into the music so you can make it come alive and feel really good. So a question for you who have played gigs before, I want to read in the comments what you would add to help these drummers who have never played a gig before. So don't forget to check out our free cheat sheet, downloadable at foundationdrum.com/chart. That's free for you there. Go and check it out. If you've gotten anything out of this video, be sure to share it with a friend, like, subscribe. And if you're preparing for your first gig, be sure to check out this video on my tips on the do's and don'ts of your first performance.